Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Today we're talking about the astrology of September 2025. Eclipses are here. They're going to move and shake your world in ways you haven't seen since 2007. It's going to include some shifts and possible great benefit luck when it comes to relationship stories. There's some significant change energy coming up for you, kind of a grand finale around homeland, property, and real estate as well. There's a lot more going on in the sky than just this. We're going to talk about that in great detail week by week as we uncover the stories of the month of September. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Lori Lothian. I am using Western Tropical Zodiac Astrology. And if you are into the ancient tradition of fixed stars and whole sign houses, that's my gig. And I also cover minor asteroids in all of my regular YouTube content. On the monthly forecast, what we're covering is how to time your best life as you move through this very intense eclipse-rich sky. Now, I am recording at the end of the day and I'm losing the light, so hang in there. I might become a very dark blur pretty quickly. One of the things I want to let you know about, if you want to learn how to do this yourself instead of listening to me, I can teach you a bit about astrology. I have my Sky Reader course. That's my 6th year teaching it, coming up this September 27th on a Saturday. For 6 Saturdays in a row, we're going to be learning how to time your best life, be your own astrologer, and to read your natal sky reader. And if you want to join me there, I'd love to have you. We have weekly coaching calls. We have 4 guest teachers with 4 guest modules in October. We have me on those coaching calls. You have a lot of good stuff going on, a private Facebook community, a private Discord community as another alternative of other students learning the class. And it's just enough astrology to get you to understand how to read the natal sky and how to use ancient timing tools, not just modern aspectual astrology. They don't really work. You need a deeper layer of meaning, which I'll be teaching you to understand timing your life and moving in flow with your life, and even looking back at past parts of your life and understanding even why they happen. So some of that astrology will be taught to you during this 6-week course. In the description box under my video, and I'll pin it to the comments, will be the page that shows you what the content's about, as well as how to enroll in the course. See you then, I hope, and we'll get to that when that time comes. Now, I'm recording this early access ad free on Wednesday, August the 13th, for my Patreon community. If you like early access ad free content, you might want to join me over there as well for a mere $7 a month for the lowest tier, and up to 4 Zoom calls with me a month. Now, enough advertising. Get it out of the way. Let's talk about the sky. Well, the first thing I need you to understand is, as a Capricorn, you're Saturn ruled. He's the main planet that covers your story, and he has been basically hanging out for about 4 months in your 3rd house, which is all to do with aunts, uncles, nieces, cousins, siblings, local neighborhood, writing projects, travel, maybe constraint, maybe challenges in that area of your life. But he's only in these parts of your chart once every 30 years. And what's interesting is that on September the 1st, he moves backwards into the sign of, drum roll please, does anyone know the answer to the question of what he's up to? He moves backwards into the sign. He finishes up the sign of Aries. Oh my God, this is what happens when it's been a long day. So he's been in your 4th house of homeland, property, and real estate for about 4 months. All right. And he's moving back to your 3rd house. That's Pisces with the North Node. And that's all about things to do with your, as I said, restrictions, travel, kind of aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, and all that kind of thing being highly focalized for you for about 3 years, since March of 23. Now, for once in every 30-year vibe, he has been in Aries for about 4 months, and now he's backing out. Now, don't worry, he's coming back next February, and we'll spend about 3 years there. This is going to be an interesting feeling for you as September 1st emerges, because things to do with what you think you want and need in your home and land and property and real estate are going to be addressed. And that's because of the eclipses coming through the sky with Lord Saturn. He just spent some time tiptoeing into like, is this my true home? Where do I want to live? I want to heal that chironic wound around home that I've had since 2019, not belonging, not finding your home, not knowing where you're going to be. So because he tiptoed into your 4th house and said, let me test the Aries volcanic fire, he goes back to the North Node and says, well, maybe this is the right direction. So one of the things September could bring up for you with the eclipses, what we're going to cover is a more clear understanding of where you belong in the world and where you might want to rest your head at night and where you're best served in terms of living environment. And you will go through a call over the next 3 years to spend more time alone in your home. There's going to be a call for solitude that's going to really pick up next February and last almost 3 years. So you really are moving into a whole new energy field that is a 30 years rare. So that's the big Saturn story for you. I'm going to show you the sky though, and we're going to talk about the eclipses, and we're going to break the whole month of August down into week by week chronological order. Here we have the sky. And this is the ascendant in Capricorn. Listening for your rising sign is to be listening to matters to do with your avatar or character in the game of life, the simulation, whatever you want to call it, the video game that you're living. It's not who you really are, it's the character you're playing. Yet the sun is your true self, and the sun will be connected in Capricorn, if you're listening for Capricorn sun, to matters of your career and purpose. And your moon is connected to your feelings about your life, how you think and feel about the whole shebang, but also connected to matters of home and land and property and where you live. So you listen for all three. But understand that when we do derived houses, we just pretend the sun or the moon is in the first house in Capricorn and treat it as if it's an ascendant placement. And that's how we make a derived house storyline from those other placements. All three are valuable. So as we begin the month, we start off the first week of September, and it's difficult. So it's the last week. Let me give you a heads up. Now, the reason the first week is difficult is because of Jupiter in a square. All right. Jupiter is yay you in your seventh house of marriage, committed long-term love, business partners, audience, clients, and marketplace. He's going to be here through till next July. It's a very powerful place for him to be for you, and you're going to enjoy the ride. All right. He's already been here for a couple of months. And so what you end up having is great luck and blessings. This often gets people to tie the knot, move in together, find your true love, be prosperous and joyfully in love, have prosperity arrive on the doorstep of a committed love partner. They're going to be abundant, prosperous, and successful because of this transit. So your spouse can be receiving the benefits of this, for example. Now, Jupiter also tests relationships, so does Saturn. So this relationship part of your chart can be tested over the next year. And this continues through the month of September. The Jupiter is still in this part of the sky. And he's squaring in the whole first week of September. Let's move ourselves ahead by a day. He's going to be in a square to Mars. The two of them are having a difficult disagreement about some matters to do with your career, your reputation, your social standing. And squaring Jupiter in the house of marriage could look like I'm announcing to the world that I'm getting divorced, breaking up. The world sees that there's a fracture in my Libra/seventh house combination, and I'm announcing a divorce or separation, or the world is noticing it. You might want to quit a job, or there's a breakup energy in the house of your work, and there's some kind of fracture there. But Jupiter's still trying to bonify or bless it. He's in a superior direct position here, and he's going to try to bring something good. So we're going to say, blessed endings in love and commitment and long-term love, or in relationship to career, an area of your career that must be let go of finally. You know, Mars isn't happy up in here in Libra. He's in his detriment. And if you want to think about how long he's been here, it could be useful. August the 6th. So think about how you've been feeling since August the 6th about your relationship to a significant other, about your career, but it's already a pressure cooker. And by the first week of September, there's a kind of snapping, right? You may have a big argument with a boss about a client. A client could report you to the boss. I mean, these kinds of weird things could show up as well. The battle of Mars up here is to, should I stay or should I go in my love, in my job, in my career, my reputation? These are the things you're thinking, right? If it's your Capricorn moon, you might be asking yourself questions about that as well. Home and my nest, and should I stay or should I go? Maybe, but you're also looking at how the world perceives you in that thing. Should I leave my home? Oh my God, what a scandal that would be. And your Capricorn sun is very career oriented. Now, one of the other elements of this Mars placement is it squares your ascendant. So it's not great for your health. Sometimes Mars up here can make you agitated, irritable emotionally, but also you may have some challenges to your health during a transit like this. So be cautious about that. Technically, he's not really interfacing with the Lord of your body, Saturn, so you're probably pretty okay. The other thing I'd say is we're going to talk about what Mercury's up to, because that's also challenging in the month of September. Don't forget, your Mars is leaving this problem spot. He's only here once every 2 years for 6 weeks. He's leaving the problem spot on roughly September 22nd. So that's going to feel like a breath of fresh air when he gets the heck out of there. Now, Mercury on September 2nd enters his home kingdom of Virgo. He's very powerfully exalted here. He's his home kingdom. He's with the sun. He's connected to the south node. This is where the eclipse is coming up on September 21st, right? So he's preparing the way. He's strong. This is really good for information, details, phone calls, texts, conversations regarding book publishing deals, academic success stories, maybe acceptance at your favorite university, visas and passports and positive developments there. Success when it comes to matters to do with court and legal matters in terms of getting the details right. But the South Node eclipse energy coming up here on September 21st is also important. We'll get to that in a minute. There's also what we need to let go of. This ninth house has many meanings. You have to let go of your religious belief, let go or surrender your legal battle, let go of a third marriage. This is the house of the third marriage. The first house, the seventh house is the first marriage. Second house is your second marriage. Third house is your third marriage. Is that something you need to surrender and release? Now, also Capricorn, Mercury will be up here, but as we enter into around the second, third, and fourth, and fifth, he squares Uranus, and there's going to be unexpected news, okay? Unexpected, surprising developments connected to visas, travel, passports, foreign lands, foreigners, and foreign shores, and the word work. Okay, this is very work-oriented energy here. He rules the house of service, job, and work. There's a surprise. It's unexpected. It's a square. It might demand immediate action and decisions on your part. You could find yourself in a surprising lawsuit. This is the house of Uranus is in the house of lawsuits, and Mercury's in the house of courts. Mars, the god of lawsuits, is in difficult condition. So you might have someone launching a legal objection, and you're having to deal with that as well. But you're kind of surprised by it. That's the point. You didn't see that necessarily coming. And there may be some surprises regarding matters to do with pets or rental opportunities and properties as well. And maybe involving a rental opportunity in a foreign country, maybe importing a pet from a foreign land, who knows? But surprise, surprise, coming through the first week, and not always a comfortable surprise because of the square. Health challenges could come from the sixth house. If you do have a health challenge that surprises you and it involves a ninth house matter, you'll probably find an easy resolution. Mercury's in dignity in a positive house flowing to your ascendant. Now, this total, whoa, I just lost a picture of the screen. Where'd it go? This total lunar eclipse is going to happen in the sign of Cancer. Cancer. Oh my God, it's been a long day. It's going to happen in the sign of Pisces. So go to the 7th, watch this happen. There is a total lunar eclipse in your third house. This will take you back to 2006, the second half of the year, all of 2007 and 2008. Were you having some major life changes that could have involved following themes? Changes of neighborhood and neighbors, like relocating, lots of extended travel, especially to foreign places, major changes in relationship to a sibling, one younger than you, major changes to your relationship to the extended aunts, uncles, and cousins, major shifts regarding marketing, selling, writing, communicating, teaching, and learning endeavors. So because of this, especially skills-based learning, skills-based teaching, anyway, these are the changes that are growing worldly success for you with the North Node. And there is an eclipse that's completely full. Total blood moon is in the third house. It could shed some light of understanding on a relationship with a family member, particularly a sibling. There can be an opening here, a clear light of a direction you want to move into for a physical geographical location, especially given that your Lord Saturn has touched down with the fourth house problem and now is suggesting travel and move energy. And the eclipse can take 6 months to fulfill its full story. So you don't just say, I didn't move on September 8th, right? When the eclipse 7th, when the eclipse is happening. Of course not. In the 6 months that follow, you look for evidence. Now, I find lunar eclipses pretty well show you what they're about within 3 months. So within 3 months after the eclipse, with a far outreach of 6 months, you'll know where, why, and when you're likely to move if you're going to move. Jupiter is blessing this eclipse. He's flowing to it. He's the lord of the eclipse. Moves can be connected to business partnerships, job opportunities, marriage situations, and relationships. These are all possible raison d'etres for a move and a new change of home. Because Chiron leaves your house of home, and the wound about where you're supposed to be and the mother wound as well will be complete by 2027. This opens up a door for a move anytime between this fall and next spring. That's what I got for you on that story. Mercury's across the way with great dignity, witnessing the whole darn shebang. So, you might move to another country. Okay. There's a possibility, or to a very far off distant shore or something like that. Now, when we're going to move into the next story, we're talking about the second week, the 7th to the 14th of the month of August. It's positive. Jupiter and the sun representing the divine headquarters and intelligence of our solar system and reality. The sun starting around the 10th through to exact on the 12th, waning by the 13th, 14th, is in a flow to Jupiter. And therefore, look for things going on 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th to do with lucky opportunities and positive developments in the life of a long-term marriage partner, with business partners and clients connected to your 9th house. Your business partner wants to do a publishing deal and you got a great offer to get your writing published. Your spouse is going to have some very good luck to do with foreign lands, travel, or publishing, and you get to celebrate their success. You're going to find relationship opportunities opening up because of connections to foreign shores and lands, and the sun shines on that story. You get accepted in the luckiest way possible at your favorite college or university. Those are stories that could happen. Whatever it is, even legal outcomes working on your behalf in a positive way, or knowing the direction to go, having divine guidance about how to handle legal and court situations, visas and passports as well. So this is a positive sky, and it's flowing to you. The sun, Mercury, they're flowing to you. It's enlivening you. It's enriching you. It's making you feel better. It's good for you to publish something, write something, teach something as well. As we move forward into the other story, Mercury merges with the sun at 21 degrees. Certainly, it's blessed for you, Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising, especially if those positions of sun, moon, and rising are near 21 degrees. More intensity here. It is going to feel like a new mission instruction. Divine headquarters tells Mercury, this is what we need to do. Over the next 6 weeks, from around September 13th, you've got a new reset button. Is it visas? Is it passports? Is it legal and court endeavors? Is it book publishing? Is it travel? Is it guru and teacher and religion and spiritual philosophy? South Node means from the past. Will you meet a past life guru? Sun is the pastor, the preacher at the pulpit. Are you going to fall into a new spiritual tradition or path or faith? That's possible. This guy could offer that up too. Whatever it is, it's going to work for you. It's going to be positive for you, and you're going to enjoy it. Especially pay attention to the day itself. If you want to use this kind of conjunction, launch a book proposal to your editor or publisher, publish something on Substack that day, send your application to the university in on that day. This is an auspicious energy, and you can use it constructively. Have your lawyer submit the brief that day, all that kind of stuff. And Mercury, yeah, bless his soul, he's also in charge of your work house, work opportunities from foreign shores and foreign lands, and setting a new course because of signing on the dotted line, especially getting the passports and the legal visas you need for that foreign job, for example. Now, when we get past this story, right, and Jupiter's blessing it, which is wonderful. When we get past the story, we move into September 14th to the 21st, and we're headed for that eclipse on the 21st, right? That's the biggest thing going on in that week. But there's some nice touches, some little gentle, beautiful energies that are preceding the eclipse. One of them is Venus and her cosmic lover, Mars. They are forming a harmonious trine between your 8th and your 10th house. Venus has been in Leo, very entitled, very powerful, in the house of your taxes, your investments, your financial structures. Maybe sometimes mortgages are here, inheritance monies, shared resources with a spouse. Venus is in blessing this part of your chart from August the 25th through to September 18th. It's good on your money, guys. And she owns the house of good fortune, including winning money. This is also money that comes from the spouse. So the spouse's money is doing well. You may also come into some good fortune and luck and win money anytime, August 25th to September 18th. And here she is, like really loving up Mars. You'll feel it around the 11th of the month. It runs to the 11th to the 19th of September, where she and Mars continually talk to each other in a supportive way. She has desire. She wants something. Right? With her trine to Neptune, she wants a home, a dream home. With her trine to Chiron energetically, she wants to heal the chironic wound around home. And she may have resources financially to allow for a buy, or purchase, or a perfect sale of a home for you to find your true home. And she's flowing to Mars in the 10th house. Mars is out of dignity here in Libra. We don't know how well he can react to things, but Venus is telling him how to handle it, for he is in her home. So I kind of feel that, Mars here, and he's been here since August 6th, right? It's going to do its best to serve Venus's wishes. A lot of it is healing the chironic wound of where you belong, where your true home is, or a wound regarding your mother relationship. And as Mars is crossing over the 10th house and, opposing Chiron in the 4th, there is this beautiful energetic touch point with Venus. It's called a wedge. Perhaps you can see it, but my mouse isn't working right now. So there it is. And Venus is holding the whole thing together and helping it work. Money matters succeed in supporting you financially regarding home, property, and real estate healing and success. While at the same time, changes in career and work may also be in the mix at the same time. They all involve money. That's like sign-on bonus, severance packages, property sale, resource monies as well. Venus owns a house of money you get from selling property. And so there's a lot going on here that opens up doors of financial wellness, best healing of home issues you've had in a long time, and changes in work and career. Mercury is going to oppose Saturn. Mercury is coming through the tail end of his home kingdom, and starting about September the 16th, 17th, and 18th, he opposes Lord Saturn in your 3rd house. And this is like very constrictive energy. It constrains communications. It does not facilitate successful mediation, negotiation, or deal making. And Saturn is a tough taskmaster. Mercury's stronger in his dignity, but he still has to deal with Saturn. You could be trying to finalize a passport, get a travel plan arranged or solidified, but you may have disruption to your travel plans at this time. No matter what you're saying, it's going to work. I can do it. It may not. And maybe unexpected breakdown around communications, travel, publishing, and writing endeavors at this time. Even delays with academic success as well. Again, it's a short time. It's only like the 15th, 16th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th of the month. And then he crosses the border and holds a kite. Now, this is a kite that's about something connected to work, career, and reputation. It's going to help you succeed in finding a dream home, being at home in your home, healing the wound of your home. Some of it looks like work and money issues are connected. It looks like Arthur stories as well. So by virtue of changes to do with money, earnings, career, job, it looks like you're opening doors to changing your home. And you'll see evidence of that, maybe a job offer, a career negotiation. You may hear from somebody related to the word job, maybe from your past because of retrograde Saturn. It's fated and it's destined. Don't sweat it. Something wants to happen here. And this kite will be activated later by the sun. So hang in for that second activation. You could do a lot with this. You could be moving into a new rental opportunity in a new neighborhood or in a foreign place. You're going to have the money to do that. You're going to feel everything is exciting and exhilarating. It may not happen exactly on, the 15th to the 18th, but things are pointing you in that direction. The eclipse is in the sign of Virgo. It's a solar eclipse and it's partial, and it's on the 21st of September. This eclipse is a new moon. It's also an eclipse. It's partial. The new moon eclipse means that the sun, it's a solar eclipse, is not entirely blocked out. You might find this energy very much about surrender. You have a fallen Venus here. You may be surrendering situations to do with foreign countries, publishing, traveling, letting go of a third marriage, releasing and surrendering a spiritual path or discipline or spiritual philosophy. Now, there is a fallen Venus here, and she moves into the sign of her fall on the 19th of September and is there till the October 14th timeframe. So therefore, September 19th, October 14th, things that you wish to see really work well in the ninth house may not. This is where court and legal matters may not go as planned. This is where your travel plans could fall into disarray. This is where your spiritual teacher or philosophy isn't so great. I will qualify that Venus can be a female spiritual guide, mentor, or teacher, self-known, surrendered, or half-assed enlightened. The energy of the fall might indicate this is just somebody who's very nitpicky or precise, but all said and done, it does flow to you, but there's challenges in that part of your sky. When the eclipse is occurring, Venus is there in her condition of fall. Venus is the ruler of certain parts of your story. One is romantic love, one is children. She's in the house of grandchildren. Trouble with your children and grandchildren may be on the docket for the eclipse. Now, the eclipse is going to be going on, yes, on September 21st, but it is going to roll out for an entire year. Look for a month before and maybe 6 months after for concrete evidence of the direction that things are going. This would remind you mostly of the fall of 2007, September, and then the unfoldment of the next year when this kind of eclipse was here at the same time, very energetically similar. Nothing is exactly the same, but it's close. This eclipse also, Venus exalts your third house of short distance travel, teaching, learning, writing, communicating, marketing, and selling. And she's in a fall on an eclipse in the ninth. There can be some turbulence in that as well. A sibling too older than you by age is involved in ninth house matters. And there may be a falling out over the course of that eclipse cycle with a sibling too older than you because of the fallen Venus. You know, you get accepted at a university or college for a January enrollment, but it's not your place you want to be, or you're already in school and you get a course or a teacher you can't stand. I don't know. Things like that are going on here for you guys at that time. Now, there is the next step in the storyline. After the eclipse of the 21st of the month, we're going to move into a very interesting second kite energy. You know, you already had the 15th to the 18th, Mercury pick up the kite, and kites bring success for the individual lives. And now the sun picks it up on the 22nd of September, and we'll hold that kite for the 3 or 4 days afterwards. So the 22nd to the 26th, at least, something again wants to take off. Mercury started the ball rolling the 17th, 16th, 17th, and 18th, and now the 22nd to the 25th. This looks good on work and job, offers opportunities and new beginnings and fresh starts. This can involve matters to do with foreign places and foreign lands, but that you've been there before, or involve foreigners that you've known from the past. This is also an energy that says you want to see changes in your home life and where you live, and it may involve success stories and new turning points in the field of career and work. So if this kite is doing something, it can bring you more money, it can bring you exciting new job opportunities and pivots in the work, home, and career story. So that's your kite. We'll be doing a deeper dive with the minor asteroids on my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and join me. When I get to that week, we'll be covering it in a lot more depth, trust me. Well, what's next on our menu of exciting stories? I'll tell you what it is. It's going to be a difficult end of the month. You might already notice it's building up. Mars moves into Scorpio in a sign of his dignity. We want him here. He can bring you passionate, turbocharged success in increasing your career profitability, gains and earning salary and success in your career because of passionate, dedicated, intense focus. He may also cut you away from groups of social friends and belonging, not necessarily in a way of hardship, but just because you're moving away from them or they're moving away from you. So he'll pair your friendship circle over the 6 weeks that he's here. He'll be here on September 22nd to November the 3rd. He was here again for similar comparisons, you know, back in November of 2000, October, November of 2023, but he was invisible. He is visible this time. This is where he's going to activate, okay, change and the change of directions needed in your life in a powerful, flowing, and positive manner. There is benefit to be derived from sibling one older than you during his transit, as well as sibling one younger than you during this transit. There is also something about his position in the beginning that you don't really appreciate him here, because he will square, yes, or come into a hard connection to Pluto, and it's all about power struggle. Money, power struggles, maybe with a sibling one older, money, power struggles with a friend, money, power struggles, who gets what, who possesses what. Where are those finances going with some person in your life? Now, Mars does rule certain parts of your chart. This person could be somebody you live with. This person could be your mother. This person could be somebody from your childhood. But there's some financial struggle because there's competing agendas. Mars is stronger than Pluto, in my opinion, because he's in his domicile and he's in a superior position. So somebody has some intensity of will about what to do in the career path, with the career gains, with the career direction. It could involve colleagues as well. And the final money narrative. And, it could be nothing more or less than fighting for a level of salary that you think you deserve, right? That's not too tough. Fighting for your worth financially in a money gain, earnings, profits place. And having to come up against Pluto in the second house, who can transform your life to riches within the next 18, 17 years, but through profound transformation and deep, profound energies. Not an easy story for sure, but a welcome story if becoming more wealthy is something you're interested in doing. Go talk to anybody who's gone through it before. The Sagittarius have already played that game. Have they? Yes. Just before you. Mars rules brothers. This is a house of elder siblings, maybe plural. Oh, you might find some kind of major story going on with a sibling older than you, that he is a male, a brother, that kind of thing. And there may be stories about money and a bit of a tussle of will about finances. Again, it does connect to maybe fourth house situations, people you live with, money, earnings, resources, and career tension. So this doesn't last forever. It only goes from about September 22nd to the 26th. It begins to fall apart after that. And then all you have is this beautiful tension of Mars, not even tension, flowing to you. It's wonderful, flowing to Jupiter in the seventh house. By the time you get to October, something delightful is happening to get you up and running in career profitability and gains, maybe some success in large group settings with groups of people, maybe some major turning points regarding matters to do with travel and career and success and profits. Some of this indicates business partnerships, a new level of success reaching an audience or marketplace. Some of it suggests you may even be traveling and changing your focus in life connected to marriage or long-term relationship. Looks like you're doing well, though, under this influence. And Mars exalts you, okay? And technically, I'll get to that later. He did rise in your sign in January of 24. So January of 24 to January of 26, you're still kind of running an engine of that luck. Mars is trying his best to give you the lessons you need in order to make the changes that are correct in your life. And he's giving you the stamina and the endurance and the wisdom to make the changes you need to do with home, career, and long-term relationship. He's been guiding you that way energetically in a baked-in heliacal rise from 2024. And it doesn't expire until March of 2026. Hey, Mars will be in your sign in January, and you're going to enjoy that ride. Is it January? Yes. Mars will die in the heart of the sun in your sign in January. It's going to be a game-changing redirect for your entire life. It is relatively rare. So we're covering that for the year ahead content on my All Signs bundle that I sell every year. Yeah, I like Mars and dignity. I don't think he's going to cause you too much trouble. I really don't. So enjoy the ride. Maybe your profitability in your career and your career ambition is going to pay off. And if you don't have a career because you're retired, I'm not sure you're going to stay retired. You have an eclipse, energy changing everything up. You have, this kite that's forming connected to the career and reputation house, Yeah, something's trying to happen. The other thing about the 10th house is that, by the end of the month, you may be making announcements to the world, Mercury, to do with matters of reputation, like I'm no longer married, or I just got married, or major announcements about your social standing, stuff like that at the end of the month. That's what I have for you. Don't forget, if you like this kind of content, like, subscribe. We're doing an oracle card pull, which is really called the Canadian Dictionary, and we're going to pull a card for you, but it's not a card, it's a word. So far, all the words for each sign have been deadly accurate. Let's see what we get for you. What do you need to know about the whole month itself? Okay. Passport. Like, you can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. Passport. Why do I think this is important for your sign? You have eclipses of the house of passports. This is very important on the 21st in the house of long distance travel, passes and passports. You have to pay attention. Venus has fallen. Make sure your passport isn't expired. Okay. Make sure that you get the right paperwork for jobs that require you to get visas for new job opportunities. It's all about paying attention to your passport to life. You can't make it up. It makes me laugh. Have a wonderful, wonderful month of September. I'll see you guys in other future content. Come join me on Sky Reader in September. I'd love to see you there. Everything about me, my website, who I am, where you can find me, and like the Pluto Chronicles Substack, everything I do is in the description box. Hit the more button. It's under the video. If you're looking at this on a TV, you probably need to go to a computer or a phone to do that. All right. I'll see you guys soon. I hope everything is going to be well in your world. Ciao.